question. Our associates will be glad to help you anytime.
Call the Alan Cox Show, 216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
Oh, 35192 to send me a text. AlanCoxShow.com. If you opt to watch the program and see our shining faces today. Who's assisting now that we're back live today with video? Walter Hendinger. Not Walter. And thank you for that. While you are there, you can hit up the contest page at AlanCoxShow.com, and it will give you all the details on when you can come out and hang. I got a couple of Circle K ticket stops. If you are champing at the bit to get tickets to join us on the 24th, I can't blame you. It's going to be a good time. Captain Fun's Floating Fandango is our annual Alan Cox Show cruise. A couple of changes along the way. It's all brought to you by Circle K this year, so my upcoming appearances are going to be at Circle K locations. This Saturday, I'll be at the Circle K in Eastlake. The address is there for you at the website. And Saturday, the 17th, I'll be at the Circle K in Fairview Park. And if you weren't able to buy tickets for the cruise, because those went pretty quickly, more quickly than I had anticipated, you'll have to win them. But we're switching our boat to the Good Time 3, so it's much bigger, more room for us to move around. Mattitude's going to spin. We're going to have a ton of prizes for you. All three of us will be there. Mary's coming.
I'm coming.
Yeah. Are you coming in just for that, or you book a gig or something?
I don't have a gig. I'm just going to come in and be home for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
This is my longest stretch since I've been in New York. I haven't, it'll be over 6 weeks since I've been home, since I've seen Brian.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
6 weeks since you've been in here with us?
Yeah, week of 4th of July was the last time I was home.
Well, time flies, right?
Yeah.
So the boat is sold out, but you can still win tickets. If you have that Circle K Inner Circle app, by the way, make sure that if you don't, make sure you have it. If you do, you'll be able to use it on the boat. We'll have all kinds of special prizes. But you can win here on the show if you come out to the ticket stops. But again, all the info there is at WMMS.com. A couple of things I sat on because I wasn't sure if you were going to hit them in Perez-Bilton while we were gone. I think over the weekend, our friend Wes Scantlin got arrested.
Oh.
In a very big way. They called the SWAT team out.
What?
Our buddy Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mud, who is always getting into some kind of trouble, not just vocal trouble.
I need an easy friend, I do, with a head to hand, I do. Think you fit this shoe, I do, but you have a clue. Take it, then it's wrong. You hang me out to dry. I can see you every night. Rain.
I mean, the guy's the picture of health. So I'm surprised that he's when you see him, he's still rocking the backwards baseball cap. I wonder if he knows he can stop doing that. You know, his benefactor in the rock and roll biz was one Frederick Durst. Fred Durst is who signed Puddle of Mud to his label some 25 years ago.
Did you see the people there like, hey, everybody seemed to have the same idea going to the Limp Bizkit concert. It's just a sea of people wearing a black T-shirt with the red hat backwards. It's very funny.
Well, these days, there's probably a lot of MAGA hats that can double as flip those puppies backwards and take it to a Limp Bizkit show.
It's supposed to be a fitted New York Yankees.
Yankees. The New York Yankees.
The New York Yankees.
Yeah.
Nakey.
The Yankees.
Backwards red. Yeah. But even Fred Durst isn't doing that anymore, right?
No,
he's wearing like a big...
he does a bunch of weird stuff.
Wears like a derby and a dad fro wig or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wes Scantlin, before they got signed to Fred Durst's label back in the day, they were essentially the hardest rockin' Kansas City bar band. But Wes Scantlin can write songs, He just has a hard time keeping it between the ditches. He was arrested after a traffic stop turned into a standoff. they resorted to using pepper spray to get him out of his car. They pulled over his black Hummer H2 in Burbank for a traffic violation. Who knew people were still rocking the Hummers? And they asked him for his ID, and then they ran the ID. And they found out that he had an active warrant, a weapons charge from LAX. And he's been scooped up a lot of times. I mean, to the point where TMZ has an entire gallery of Wes Scantlin mugshots. And so they asked him to get out of the car, and he said no. And they sent out a crisis negotiator. And he still wouldn't get out. Now, if this was any other dude, they probably would have dragged him out of the car. So they pepper spray him. That didn't do anything. And so this is 4 a.m, by the way, in Burbank. Oh. So they brought the SWAT in, and they broke the car window, and then they shot the non-lethal
everybody.
non-lethal pepper balls. See that 5 times? They got a pepper ball. They finally got him to surrender and exit the car. He had to get his eyes flushed from the cops' pepper balls. In the end, I guess he was okay. So they booked him for the outstanding warrant, and then they slapped a resisting arrest charge on him, and he's got a court date 2 weeks hence. So our friend Wes Scantlin, who has not been here in a number of years, the last time he was here, we were still out in Independence. A Puddle of Mud was playing the Odeon. And I just remember that because at the time I didn't realize the Odeon was putting on shows. So I was like, well, there must be some kind of mistake. But October 29th, 2021 is when Wes Scantlin was in studio with us. So there's no way to know how long ago that was. Would that be like 8 years, Mary?
Something like that.
October 29th, 2021. It's 2026 now? 2024 now.
Do you see he did have a statement after he was sprayed with the pepper spray?
What was that?
Everything's so blurry.
Oh, Bill Squire performing live. Where?
Hilarities this Sunday.
Hilarities?
Hilarities.
Oh, I've heard of that place.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the bar down the street? Oh, that's Flannery's. Was that Flannery's?
Flannery's.
Hilarities? Hilarities
No,
is where
Hilarities
you're
this
performing.
Sunday.
Sunday night.
The Reverse Crowdwork Show is back, so get tickets at BillSquire.com.
That's where you stand with your back to the crowd and you look into a mirror?
No.
Oh.
It's not that.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be good.
I think so. You're looking at them through, like, you wear a bike helmet, but it has those dental mirrors that they wear on the side, and then you look and see who's behind you,
No,
and then you start, I'm sorry?
The audience just asks me questions, and then I riff funny answers. We did it once before, and it was great. Got some...
You should get Mary into that.
Mary did it...
she
asked
never
me a
did it.
question. She asked me a question.
I've never heard that before.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry?
And I got different comedians asking me questions this time. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
BillSquire.com.
Why? What did he say when he got the...
Everything's so blurry.
blurry. Right. Oh,
Because that's their song, Alan.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that is their song. Also, our pal Corey Feldman. We showed some video of this before we left. I'm not sure where this is. It's a festival. It wasn't Lollapalooza, I don't think. But it's a festival somewhere.
I think it was out in New York.
Okay.
Because
There were people from a popular podcast that has beef with Corey Feldman out at this show, and that's actually how I saw this.
Who has beef with Corey Feldman?
Isn't it like Bobby and them?
No, I mean adjacent.
Okay. I know, because I saw Robert Kelly put some video of him up there on his Instagram.
From what I know, it's guys on the Legion of Skanks
Okay.
podcast, which is like Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, and Dave Smith.
Well, Bobby is going to be back in here in a few weeks. So
I don't know anything
we'll get to the
about
bottom
it.
of this beef.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I know there's some. It's contentious.
Well, Corey Feldman, the clip that we played for you last week was him yelling at his drummer the track, the backing track, somebody screwed up. And, of course, he immediately, reflexively blamed the band and apologized to the audience, saying that his band was whatever. And the video that's going around now, well, the headline I saw was, Corey Feldman appears to murder innocent guitar live on stage. Now, I don't know if Corey Feldman has ever actually picked up a guitar. I know he's picked up all of his dance moves from Michael Jackson. He loves to tell people in some kind of defensive way that he learned all of his dance moves from Michael Jackson. That Michael not only learned them, we could all learn them by watching, that Michael Jackson taught him personally. Of course, that's kind of Corey Feldman's claim to fame in addition with everything else, is that he was super tight with Michael Jackson. And, that's a rickety bridge to plant your flag in, but okay. And so he whips out all those old Jacko moves and whatever. He's got the jet black long hair, and you have to give it up for Corey Feldman because he, for whatever reason, he's bizarrely confident. He goes
really
out
is.
there. I mean, you've got to stay in front of people. You've got to get past all the nonsense. No matter what, you need people talking about you. And so I don't know if he has great taste in guitars, but somebody does, a tech or somebody. He was playing an Eddie Van Halen 5150 Deluxe, which has got all kinds of great stuff on it. I'm using the word playing loosely because it looks like, if you've seen this video, that Corey Feldman has never picked up a guitar in his life. And so the video going around is of him, quote unquote, shredding.
Yeah.
You've seen this, yeah?
Yeah.
He has
so
a guitar solo, but any guitarist would
They're
want
all
to.
just jealous haters.
If you play the guitar, you would want to take a melon baller and scoop your eyes out watching him do what he's doing. Even if you can't tell by listening to it, watching it would drive you mad. Then he's making the faces and he's looking out, but he's not doing anything.
Take that, John Mayer.
Is this Brian who calls us? Is it actually been Corey Feldman the whole time?
And so then he's just kind of plucking and he's up picking and all this kind of stuff, and very strange. Yeah, that's his solo. That was it, but he was kind of moving his fingers fast like he's trying to do some Eddie Van Halen stuff, and it's...
What's a finger bang? Finger bang, 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 finger bang, bang, finger bang, 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 finger bang, bang, finger bang, 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 finger bang, bang, finger bang, bang, bang.
I want some Brian guitar, right? That we can compare.
Bang, 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 bang.
I ain't talking.
I'll put it up there with Corey Feldman on the live stream. There you go. That's him playing. Oh, man, that's good, right? And it just keeps, the best part, it keeps going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Feldman, this guy. So, yeah, he's out there and he's doing stuff, and I can't imagine why anybody would have official beef with him because he seems harmless.
I don't know. I don't know the story, but I know they were like live streaming his set. I'm assuming making fun of him
Yeah.
because I've heard them talk about him before.
All right. Well, then we're going to get to the bottom of it when Bobby Kelly's back in here.
No, Bobby's not involved with those guys.
Oh.
Bill said that.
No, but I thought he does the bonfire with Jay now.
Yeah, but I don't know that he's part of that beef.
I don't think he's part of the
I
beef,
don't
but I just saw
Anything about it.
I saw Bobby post on his Instagram that he was just watching the best up there shredding. Just he's obviously
Yeah.
yeah. He says the amazing Corey Feldman jamming out of all the concerts I've been to, this is the greatest moments. And it's him doing the we like it's that moment from just like a different view.
Mm-hmm.
That mirror suit he's got is real cool though.
I mean it's like broken shards of mirror that are all stitched onto a jacket
And pants.
Yeah, and pants. But yeah, Corey Feldman, I mean, he's still out there and he's doing stuff, and somehow he must make enough to be able to pay a band. I mean, nobody's going to get rich going out with him. But he is been sober for 25 years. That's the amazing thing, too. Any other person, you would look at them and say, they are having a tough time. But, Corey Feldman famously had a difficult time with drug addiction after his friend Corey Haim died. The two Coreys. Recall the two Coreys back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Will.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I just wanted to call quickly to explain the beef between Corey Feldman and those guys.
Oh,
yeah. Clue me in, because I'll tell you what, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, Will, until I clear this up.
I'm glad to help. It's actually started with the Bonfire podcast. It was Big J. Ogerson and Dan Soder, and they used to constantly clown him and make fun of him, and they made fun of his live performances and his biography and his biographical Lifetime movie, and they would just they had like hours and hours of content, and he got wind of it, and you can imagine Corey Feldman's personality. He did not like that very much.
And so they just went on and on and on from that?
I mean, it got to the point where they were trying to sneak into his concerts, and it was one of those old school radio type of deals. They even said they didn't have a big problem with him. They just, like everyone, caught on to the fact that he has no self-awareness, and he just enjoys, like he thinks that he's better than what he is, and he's a little pompous. But they always said they were big fans of him as a child actor and the Lost Boys. But he just, as you can tell with guys like that, he just hated their guts.
Yeah,
I do remember that, because I used to listen to Bonfire when I had Sirius XM, and I remember them talking about the documentary put out, and then also like some of their listeners going to Corey Feldman gigs and like reporting on it.
Yeah, it didn't help that they also did impressions of him, and I'm pretty sure he hated that too.
Yeah, clearly the guy's in some kind of pain. I think you kind of got to give him a wide berth, rather than go in. Okay, thank you, Will. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
There's Will, filling in the blanks. You've seen Soder do Woke Rodney, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm telling you, you know who doesn't get any respect? Women of color. I'm telling you. The only Rodney joke I ever wrote that sounded like that was when I was like, hey, they say gender's fluid. If that's the case, I'm in love with a puddle.
Women of color. Yeah, it's pretty good. Dan Soder. All right, well, anyway, Corey Feldman shredding. If you haven't spent much time online today, just Google his name, and that will come up. That's the only reason he's trending today. All the weather nerds, by the way, are hitting me up about the tornadoes in the area. Avon, Bedford, Hudson.
A lot of power outages.
A lot of power outages, including Casa Cox.
Yeah, my house.
I'm already starting a GoFundMe.
Just got an email that the power's out until 7:30. They said is the estimated time for them to get it back up and running.
I got the 7 o'clock text, and you have to wonder how long it's really going to take.
Right.
Oh my God! Tornado! Tornado!
Hoping we can still do our show at Brothers Lounge tonight, because their power's out too.
Oh boy! Now what? Will you get a night off if that doesn't happen?
People probably won't want to come either, dude. If there's a tornado watch,
Shut up.
They'll want to be
I'm
inside.
saying it might be safer. It might be safer to not do it.
Listen, people that like my comedy aren't like just, oh, we're afraid of tornadoes. They'll come out. They'll come out.
Oh my God! Tornado!
I'll let some stupid
Wait,
tornado
are you
stop
are you
'em.
implying that people who are worried about tornadoes are nerds?
Yeah.
You want comedy nerds, not weather nerds.
Exactly. Huge
I see.
nerds.
Right.
Hiding in my basement. Scary outside. There's wind.
Should go do the show in somebody's basement. Corey Feldman opening for Limp Bizkit.
I will be on Sunday. Hilarities. That's a basement.
All right.